I'm Patty with Studio R12 Stencils, and today I'm going to show you how to make a vintage mirror out of an old window and stencil under it. Okay, our first job is we have to clean our window. So that's the cruddy part. However, we've got a couple of tools that'll make it a little bit easier. There's these little itty bitty glass scrapers and this big padded handle or rounded handle scraper. They make cleaning windows so much better. So you're going to spray it all down with some Zep, which is like a crud cutter kind of situation. Spray it all down, and then you're going to razor blade your window. So I'll show you what that looks like. So we'll take an old Brillo pad and we'll just start kind of cutting the crud right there in the corners on top of the wood. Yummy. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over and do the back side. We want to get all the crud off of it first, and then we'll clean the glass with like a window cleaner. Okay, I've got my little scraper and I've got my Windex. And if you scrape, and this works on your house windows as well, if you scrape the glass before you clean the glass, it takes all the little pockets and pieces of dirt and debris away, and your windows are shiny. And we definitely need to start with shiny windows. All right, then we take our paper towels and we wipe our window. We are ready to get started painting our window. We have to decide which side of your window you want to be facing out. And we like the hardware to be facing out, and we like this at the top and this at the bottom. Okay, so we're going to flip our window over. This is the front of our mirror, and so we're going to be painting on the back. It's a really cool technique. I'm going to give it one more quick wipe off. Okay, so we're going to get started. So this is our bottom. This is our top. We're going to put a hello word on our mirror. And so we want to play with the sizes. I have a bunch of different sizes and see how that looks. We could center it. We could make it smaller and tuck it in the corner. Kind of think I might like that. It's just a little subtle something. I don't want to miss it though, so I might make it the bigger one. So that's when we take a look at the other side. See how big that looks. I feel like that's a good size. Okay, so the very first thing we do is we get our hello stencil on our board. We get a couple pieces of tape. And I think the gloves are coming away. We're just going to tape this in a couple of spots so it doesn't lift when we spray. So it's important that your word is backwards and tucked into the side that you would normally read from. So we read from left to right. So you want to make sure that you're on the correct side. So that's what it would read like. Okay. And now we need to mask. So I'm going to mask with this guy on the big part. And then we're going to mask here with the paper towels. any overspray that you have on here that is not masked will show up. Okay, I think we got that secured. We're going to take our 2X Ultra Cover Paint Primer Ultra Matte in Down to Earth. I'm going to shake it for a few minutes. Okay, we always test on an area that is not going to be what we paint. So we'll look and see, how does that spray? If I get further away, does it do it gentler? It does. So I'm going to do it a little further away to prevent the bleeding. You want to do this in a well-ventilated area, or you want to use your respirator. So this is super stinky, but I'm going to spray it and get away from it and let it dry. Okay, we'll wait for that to dry. All right, we are ready to take off the stencil. Let it all just peel off. If there is something that you do not like about this, this is when you can change it, because everything else that we're doing is going on top of this word. So if you don't like the color, if you want it to be a little bit different, you can look through the window. Okay, so you can see how it is and decide if you want it more, and then you can replace the stencil, spray some more. But I like it. I want it to be subtle and noticeable, just a little bit of each. Okay, so we'll get this stuff out of the way. And now we are going to take some tools that we have. You can have a regular squirt bottle. This is 50% vinegar and water, okay? The thing about these squirt bottles is they do really big drops. So if you want a big drop effect, so we're gonna make that aged patina on your mirror with the resist of the vinegar. You can also use your isopropyl alcohol as well. You wanna just test your bottle. Ooh, did you see that? So you wanna dial that back, oop, dial it up. That's a lot of alcohol coming out of there. So what I think we'll do is I will run and get one more thing, and I'll be right back. Okay, if you have a spray bottle that is doing too heavy a spray, then you can use your white Wonder Brush and spatter with it. So what you would do is you would take your spray bottle and spray onto your palette. And then you can take that and just give it some spatters. You can watch another video, check us out on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, because we got so much stuff to talk about. And that'll make some nice gnarly little like voids. Okay, and then I liked how the vinegar was doing. I'm just going to give that a little bit of vinegar. And then from there, we go with the Rust-Oleum mirror effect. We've got to shake that again. I'm going to spray it right over the top. Always test. Now, when you spray it on, it's going to be matte on the one side, and it's going to start making a mirror on the other side. So we're just going to spray that on. Then you'll take your t-shirt or your paper towel and you'll daub off the blobs. You want to make sure to hit up and down, don't slide around. Now we'll go back on with some of the alcohol. Okay, what you're trying to do with this is you're trying to create depth. Now we'll go in with our vinegar. And back with our mirror effect. And then daub. Change the direction of your daubing. Don't do it all in the same way, so it's more organic. If you don't like something like that, give it a little bit more of a schwitz, and that'll fade it in. I've got two metallic finishes. I can't tell the name. So I'm going to use the one that has a slightly golder cap just for a variation. If you are liking this content, make sure that you subscribe and ring that bell because we do some crazy stuff. Okay, so let's just get a little bit of some silver in our backgrounds. And now we'll go back to our brown and we're going to cover the whole thing. All right, you ready to see the effect? Here we go, the reveal. Dun, 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 dun. So notice that you have the look of just a really old vintage mirror back there. And it's just barely mirrory. You could increase the mirrory if you wanted to with a little bit more of the mirror. But I love the distress and the vintage of it.